The Young and the Restless spoilers shock. Welcome back to our channel, everyone. Today is a fantastic day to unpack some serious daytime drama. If you haven't watched the latest episode yet, consider this your massive spoiler warning, because we are about to dive deep into the absolute chaos that just exploded on our screens. Grab your favorite beverage, get comfortable, and let's get right into the thick of it. I cannot believe she finally did it. I am literally shaking as I type this, because I have been waiting for this exact moment for what feels like an absolute eternity. Are you kidding me right now? Sally Spectre just dropped the mother of all atomic bombs on Billy Abbott, and I am sitting here screaming at my television screen. I mean, we all knew Billy was spiraling with this ridiculous Chancellor obsession, but the way Sally just completely flipped the script and took her power back, iconic. I am so entirely here for it that I don't even know what to do with myself. But wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just take a breath and try to process the sheer magnitude of what we just witnessed, because my mind is completely blown and I need to get all of these thoughts out before I explode. If you are a long-time viewer like me, you know that the build-up to this has been agonizing, but the payoff? Oh, the payoff is sweeter than anything I could have possibly imagined. So, let's talk about Billy Boy Abbott for a second. Can we all agree that he has been acting like the absolute worst version of himself lately? And that is really saying something given his historical track record of making terrible decisions. He is strutting around Genoa City like he already owns Chancellor Industries, completely oblivious to the massive, glowing target on his back. He actually had the audacity to mock Lillian Kane for going to Victor Newman for help. Like, Billy, do you not know who Victor Newman is? Do you not realize that Victor and Adam are currently plotting to completely annihilate your reputation with Newman Media? But no, Billy is too busy high-fiving himself and acting like he's the smartest guy in the room. It is so frustrating to watch, but also kind of hilarious because you just know the fall is going to be spectacular. And then we have the Audra situation. Oh my gosh, the Audra situation. Sally walks in and catches Billy and Audra toasting and celebrating like they are the best of friends, clinking champagne glasses while plotting their next corporate moves. I mean, what was Billy thinking? You do not just cozy up to Audra Charles and expect Sally Spectre to just smile, nod, and play the supportive girlfriend. Sally is exhausted. You can see it in her eyes, in her posture, in every sigh she lets out. She is completely drained by Billy's arrogance, his frantic energy, and his endless pathetic need to prove himself to a family that constantly looks down on him. She has been trying so hard to build a stable life, especially after the devastating loss of baby Ava, and Billy is just turning everything into a chaotic circus. Am I the only one who felt exhausted just watching her try to deal with him? Can we talk about Audra Charles for a second? Audra Charles. The woman is a walking, talking red flag, wrapped in a designer trench coat. She is a corporate mercenary who only cares about leverage, secrets, and climbing to the top over the bodies of her rivals. The fact that Billy is choosing to align himself with her, making manipulative pacts and celebrating victories he hasn't even secured yet, shows exactly where his priorities are. Sally sees this. She knows Audra's history. She knows Audra destroys everything she touches for her own gain. If Billy is stupid enough to trust Audra, he is too stupid to be the father of Sally's child. I mean, remember when Audra was playing everyone at Chancellor Winters? She has no loyalty. And Billy, in his infinite arrogance, thinks he can control her. It is laughable. Sally watching them toast was like watching a car crash in slow motion. You could see the disgust on her face, and honestly, I was right there with her, yelling at the screen. Because let's be real, Sally has been through enough. She came to Genoa City to make a name for herself, to be a powerhouse in the fashion and business world. She didn't sign up to be the emotional babysitter for a grown man who is throwing a corporate temper tantrum over Catherine Chancellor's legacy. And seeing him with Audra was the final straw. You could see the exact moment the glass shattered in Sally's mind. The realization that Billy is never going to change hit her like a freight train. He is always going to be the guy who gambles everything away, whether it's at a poker table in Las Vegas or in a boardroom in Genoa City. He is a loser. And Sally Spectre is not going to tie herself to a loser for the rest of her life. She refuses to let her child be raised in that kind of toxic, unstable environment. So what does our fiery redhead do? She doesn't just pack her bags and leave a tearful note. No, she goes straight to the one place, the one person, who can inflict the maximum amount of damage. She marches right into Newman Media, straight into Adam Newman's office. The tension in that scene was so thick you could cut it with a knife. I was literally holding my breath. I've been watching this show for years, and I can tell you, the chemistry between Adam and Sally is still completely off the charts. Even when they are at odds, even when they are throwing daggers at each other with their eyes, the energy is crackling. You could feel the shift in the atmosphere the second she walked through his door. And then she slams the DNA test on the desk. I screamed. I literally screamed out loud in my living room. She didn't just hand it to him gently, she threw it down like a gauntlet. The crisp white paper hitting the mahogany desk of Newman Media, it was cinematic perfection. The paternity test. The ultimate secret she has been carrying, the burden that has been weighing her down for weeks. Adam looks at it, and the camera slowly zooms in on his face as his eyes scan the words. He is the father. Adam Newman is the father of Sally's baby, not Billy. Adam. I know some people are loving the Billy and Sally pairing and think they are cute together, but personally, I have always thought she belonged with Adam. They just get each other's darkness. They understand the hustle, the grit, the need to prove everyone wrong. This changes everything, not just for them, but for the entire landscape of Genoa City. But let's break down Adam's reaction, because this is where the brilliant soap opera magic really happens. He doesn't look shocked. He doesn't look scared or overwhelmed. A slow, smug, calculating smile spreads across his face. It was chilling and thrilling all at the same time. You have to remember where Adam's head is at right now. Victor just gave him the green light to run a ruthless smear campaign against Billy to protect Chancellor for Lily and Kane. Adam has been looking for the perfect ammunition to destroy Billy, and Sally just handed him a nuclear warhead on a silver platter. Let's really look at Adam's psychology here. Adam has spent his entire life being the black sheep of the Newman family. He has been treated like an outsider by Victor, by Victoria, by Nick. He lost baby Ava with Sally, a trauma that completely shattered both of them and tore them apart. And now he is looking at a piece of paper that says he is getting a piece of his soul back. This isn't just about beating Billy, although that is a massive, delicious bonus for him. This is about redemption. This is about Adam finally getting the family he has been desperately craving. When he looked at that DNA test, you could see 1,000 different calculations running behind his eyes. He was processing the joy of fatherhood, the vindication of Sally choosing him, and the absolute, ruthless strategy of how to use this against Billy. It was a masterclass in acting. I swear, the actor deserves an Emmy just for that one smug, calculated smile. Adam realizes in that exact split second that he doesn't just have the power to destroy Billy's professional life. He now holds the key to completely obliterating Billy's personal life. Billy is going to lose his company, his reputation, and the child he thought was his, all at the exact same time. It is going to be an absolute bloodbath, and Adam is going to be the one holding the knife. And the best part? Sally is fully on board. She looked Adam dead in the eye and said she is not going to let her child grow up with a loser like Billy. Yes, Sally, stand your ground. I was cheering for her. She is finally putting herself and her baby first. I mean, think about the history here. Remember when Adam sued Nick for custody of Christian back in 2019? Adam does not play around when it comes to his kids. He will burn the world down to claim what is his. And now that he knows this baby is his, he is going to use every single resource at his disposal to make sure Billy never gets anywhere near them. It's poetic justice, really. Billy has spent months acting like he is superior to Adam, rubbing his relationship with Sally in Adam's face, acting like the moral authority. And now? Now Billy is going to be left with absolutely nothing, crying in his empty apartment while Adam builds the family Billy thought he had secured. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Let's talk about the absolute hypocrisy of Billy Abbott. He's out here trying to steal Chancellor, claiming he is protecting a legacy, while completely ignoring the fact that he is alienating everyone who actually cares about him. Jack is isolating himself at Jabbo, suffering from severe PTSD, and Billy is just adding to the family stress. Devon is trying to talk sense into Lily, pointing out that Catherine would have honored the Abbott agreement, and Billy is just making everything worse with his arrogant posturing. Billy thinks he is the hero of this story, but he is actually the villain. He is the wrecking ball, destroying everything in his path. And we absolutely have to contextualize Billy's arrogance by looking at the Chancellor corporate war that is raging in the background. Billy is so focused on stealing the company that he doesn't realize he is tearing families apart. Look at Lily Winters. Lily has become completely toxic, mirroring Billy's exact obsessive behavior. She is demanding Devon's blind loyalty, throwing away Neil Winter's legacy, all to fight Billy. And Devon, bless his heart, is the only one making any sense. He flat out refused to help Lily, telling her that Catherine Chancellor would have honored the Abbott agreement. And what did Lily do? She defended Kane Ashby over her own brother. Kane, who is snarky, manipulative, and only out for himself. Billy's actions have corrupted Lily's moral compass, turning her into a ruthless corporate monster. And Billy doesn't even care. He is just mocking them all, thinking he is the untouchable king of the world. And Sally finally sees it. She sees that Billy's obsession with Chancellor isn't about honoring Catherine or John. It's about Billy's fragile ego. He needs a win so badly that he is willing to sacrifice his relationship, his sanity, and his morals to get it. When Sally caught him with Audra, it wasn't just about jealousy. It was about recognizing a pattern. Audra is toxic, manipulative, and only cares about power. If Billy is aligning himself with someone like Audra, it proves that he is heading down a dark, destructive path. And Sally, as a soon-to-be mother, knows she cannot expose her child to that kind of instability. She cannot let her baby be raised by a man who values a corporate throne over his own family. I just keep replaying that scene in Adam's office in my head. The way Sally carried herself, she wasn't crying, she wasn't broken, she was furious, resolute, and completely empowered. She essentially walked in there and said, "I am done playing games. Here is the truth. Now, what are we going to do about it?" And Adam's smile. Oh my God, that smile. It wasn't just a smile of victory over Billy. It was a smile of a man who just realized he is getting a second chance at a family with the woman he never truly got over. It was the look of a predator who just had his prey walk right into a trap, except the prey is Billy and the trap is the truth. But what does this mean for the smear campaign? Victor ordered Adam to destroy Billy, and Adam was already gathering dirt with Kane Ashby. Now, Adam has the ultimate dirt. Is he going to publish the paternity test results on Newman Media? Is he going to blindside Billy in a public forum? Can you imagine the sheer humiliation? Billy standing at a press conference, thinking he is announcing his takeover of Chancellor, only for Adam to drop the bombshell that Billy's girlfriend is leaving him and carrying Adam's child? It would be the most epic takedown in Young and the Restless history. I am getting chills just thinking about it. I know, some fans are probably feeling bad for Billy right now, and maybe a tiny, minuscule part of me pities him, because he is just so incredibly clueless. But then I remember how smug he was at the GCAC when Victor threatened him. Billy literally laughed in Victor's face. You do not laugh in Victor Newman's face. You just don't. Billy is practically begging for the universe to humble him, and the universe is about to deliver in the form of Adam Newman and Sally Spectra. He brought this entirely upon himself. And what about the Abbott family? How is this going to impact Jack? Jack is currently hiding out at Jabot, suffering from severe PTSD after the whole Martin and Dr. Markham kidnapping trauma with Diane. The man is broken. He just choked a guy in a park, for crying out loud. He is isolating himself, and Diane is terrified that he is going to relapse into his old war with Victor. Now, imagine Jack finding out that his brother, Billy, has just been publicly and personally humiliated by Adam and Victor. Jack's instinct is going to be to protect Billy, which is going to drag him right back into the Newman-Abbott feud. Diane is going to absolutely lose her mind. She just wants peace. And Billy's colossal failure is going to bring a tidal wave of Newman wrath right to their front door. Billy's selfishness isn't just ruining his own life, it is a direct threat to Jack's fragile mental health and his marriage to Diane. Let's also consider how this is going to impact everyone else in Genoa City. What is Chelsea going to think? She has been complicit in Adam's media schemes, burying stories for the Newmans, but this is deeply personal. Is she going to support Adam claiming his child, or is she going to feel threatened? And what about Victoria? She already slapped Sally once over the pregnancy lies. If Victoria finds out that Adam is the father, she is going to use it as proof that Sally is nothing but a manipulative gold digger. The ripple effects of this DNA test are going to touch every single family in town, and the fallout is going to be glorious. And we have to talk about the timing of all this, because the context makes it so much juicier. Nick is currently sitting in a rehab facility fighting a severe fentanyl addiction, dealing with Marie Kirkland and trauma bonding in a way that has Sharon completely terrified for his life. Victor is secretly dying of a terminal illness, hiding it from Nikki, and plotting to leave Newman Enterprises to little Dominic, which is going to cause a massive family civil war. The entire Newman family is teetering on the brink of absolute, catastrophic collapse. Adam getting a win like this, securing a child and destroying his bitter rival in one swift motion, might be the only thing keeping him anchored when the rest of his family inevitably falls apart. It is giving him a foundation right when the ground beneath the Newmans is about to crack wide open. Sometimes I contradict myself. I know. A part of me is like, Sally shouldn't use her baby as a weapon. But then I think, is she using the baby as a weapon, or is she just protecting her child from a chaotic environment? Billy is not a safe bet. He never has been. He is a gambling addict who is currently gambling with his career and his legacy. Sally is choosing the father who, despite his dark tendencies, will fiercely protect his own. Adam may be a lot of things, but he is a fiercely protective father. Just look at how he fought for Christian. He will move mountains for this new baby, whereas Billy would probably miss a doctor's appointment because he was too busy arguing with Kane Ashby about a corporate logo. I just have to give a massive shout out to the writers for how they are handling Sally Spectra right now. For a while there, it felt like she was just being used as a prop in the Abbott-Newman rivalry. But slamming that DNA test on Adam's desk, that was pure, vintage Sally Spectra. That was the girl who came from nothing, who fought for every single scrap of success she ever got. She is a survivor. She realized that staying with Billy meant shrinking herself, constantly managing his insecurities, and cleaning up his messes. By choosing Adam, she isn't just choosing the biological father of her baby, she is choosing a partner who matches her ambition, her fire, and her willingness to play dirty when necessary. She is taking control of her narrative. I am so proud of her. She looked at a lifetime of being Billy's emotional crutch and said, "No thank you, I choose chaos, but at least it's my kind of chaos." Okay, back to the point. The execution of this storyline is just chef's kiss. The writers have been dragging out this Billy and Sally romance, making us suffer through his endless Chancellor monologues just to deliver this incredible payoff. The juxtaposition of Billy celebrating with Audra, thinking he has won the world, while Sally is literally handing his entire life over to his worst enemy. It is Shakespearean. It is soapy perfection. It is exactly the kind of high-stakes melodrama that keeps us glued to our screens year after year. I am so anxious for the next episode. I need to see the immediate aftermath. Is Adam going to confront Billy right away, or is he going to sit on this information and let Billy hang himself first? Knowing Adam, he is going to play the long game. He is going to let Billy get right to the edge of victory, right to the moment where Billy thinks he has Chancellor secured, and then Adam will pull the rug out from under him. He is going to let Billy lose everything simultaneously. He wants maximum devastation, and frankly, I am here to watch him orchestrate it. And what is Billy's reaction going to be? He is going to shatter. Billy's entire identity right now is wrapped up in proving he is a winner. When he finds out that Sally considers him a loser and that she ran straight to Adam, he is going to spiral. We might see a return of the dark, reckless Billy. He might hit the gambling tables again. He might go after Adam physically. The potential for absolute chaos is limitless, and I am sitting here with my popcorn ready for all of it. He's going to realize that while he was playing checkers with Audra, Sally and Adam were playing 3D chess. I've been watching since 2015, and I have seen a lot of paternity reveals. But this one feels different. It doesn't feel like a simple, whoops, wrong dad trope. It feels like a calculated, strategic strike. Sally didn't just find out and cry about it. She weaponized the truth. She looked at Billy's behavior, decided she was done, and used the DNA test as her exit strategy and her revenge. It is such a boss move for a character who has been kicked around so much lately. She is no longer the victim, she is the mastermind. So, to wrap up this massive rant, because I could honestly talk about this for hours, Sally Spectra is the MVP of the week. Adam Newman is about to become the most dangerous man in Genoa City, and Billy Abbott is about to learn a very, very painful lesson about hubris. I cannot wait to see how Victor reacts when he finds out Adam has the ultimate leverage to finish the smear campaign. I cannot wait to see Jack's reaction, especially since he is already dealing with his own PTSD and Diane's stress. The dominoes are all lined up, and Sally just tipped the first one over. This show is firing on all cylinders right now. The corporate wars, the personal betrayals, the dark secrets. This is why we watch soap operas. If you disagree with me, that's totally fine. I know the Billy fans are probably crying right now, but you have to admit, from a purely dramatic standpoint, this is absolute gold. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Are you Team Adam or Team Billy? Do you think Sally did the right thing by taking the DNA test straight to Adam? I am going to be obsessively refreshing the spoiler pages until the next episode airs. Until next time, stay restless and keep the drama alive.